Hello and welcome. I hope you're safe and well. Today's exciting episode, well, it's a little late, sorry about that, is going to be a sewing vlog slash fabric haul. I've got out all the fat quarters and I'm going to mix and match them. It's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect jacket. So current events or something, aren't they? Anyway, so I still have not filmed the second half of all the jackets that I haven't beaded yet. Ooh, I love that. I love all the tweeds. Anyway, so those jackets are still on the rack and I haven't made anything new because I have been almost entirely focused on beading this one. I added some red beads to it, but I will show you that. There they are. Aren't they gorgeous? But I'll show you that in detail at the end. But I've been working on this film commentary for a fashion documentary called Bill Cunningham, New York. It's an awesome film, but it's just taking forever because there's a lot more background than I thought I would. I just assumed I thought it would take less time. Anywho, so we are going to bridge that gap. We are going to have another fabric haul, and this is me showing you the pink fabrics. So those ones you've seen before, the ones up on the top bench, the ones you haven't seen. So these are my existing pink ones. So I'm just going to show you the fabric haul, but I'll show you these first so you know what I got to mix them with. So I've already have a dress out of the pink one, but I have enough to make a different type of dress. I've got a vintage one with a scoop neck. The embroidery anglaise, the really pale pink one, I've already made a vintage dress out of that. And it had a green underdress and it's absolutely adorable, but I've got enough to make one more dress out of that. Or I can mix it with something else. And then that's my, the hot pink one, or magenta and musk pink. That one there is my Liberty of London print, and it's a beautiful floral print. I bought 2 yards to make a shirt, but then as soon as I cut it, I was like, no, this is going to be a dress. And now I'm like, oh, maybe I'll mix it with something else. But I don't know. It kind of looks muddy or dirty if you mix it with the pink and white one, which is the new one. And that was just, you know how you can go buy those pre-cuts that are 2 yards of fabric? I bought that just because I was like, well, I like pink and green together, I'll buy it. But I think I'm going to mix this Liberty of London print with plain black cotton because I think they look best together, maybe. Because it just looks a bit muddy and murky if you put a white one with it. Whereas if you put it with black, you can really see all the musk flowers and it makes the magenta look really pretty as well. So I think maybe, because each of the flowers has like got a sketch outline in black, so maybe I'll do that. I do think these ones are good together. But yeah, so this is the one that I bought recently. It's just 2 yards. I mean, it's pretty plain. I think it's just like an average quilting fabric. So, and these are my three. These 2 green ones are new. The pink one is old. I bought them to use them together with this other cotton fabric. Here it is. So this is a cotton voile, a thin, strong, quality woven cotton with this beautiful tropical floral or foliage print on there. I mean, those 3 embroidery anglaises would look absolutely adorable together as in a big floaty maxi summer dress. I'm going to have to move to somewhere around the equator so that I can just wear summer dresses, maxi dresses, 365 days a year. But anyway, I bought this one because it reminds me of like birds of paradise and heliconia, all those tropical plants that aren't actually flowers, but yeah. Beautiful colors, and it sort of looks like a watercolor. I just love it. It's so pretty, and all the greens and olives, and it's just such a pretty combination of colors, but also floral and foliage in there as well. It's everything I love. And then I bought, this is supposed to be an apple green. It's sort of a little bit I don't know, paler than bright apple green. It's a little sort of sagey or olivey, but yeah, it's beautiful. And the other, so I've got, how many Yeah, how much of that did I get? Like, it's really wide, it's quite wide, and I think I got 2 yards of that one, and then 2 yards of a lighter green one that's sort of minty sage one. I like this one's quite plain, and I suppose you're supposed to make a shirt out of it, but I just want to make a maxi dress out of out of everything. This one, the camera isn't picking up how green it is. It kind of looks like a grayish white, but it's this really, really pretty. It's sort of halfway between mint and sage. Like there is a grayness to the green, but it's definitely green, if you get what I mean. I'm trying to get the camera to show you the correct color, but it's not really working for me. So it's a crosshatch design of the embroidery, and it's got little bows in it. It is the cutest thing. So I'm going to use 1 yard of this to make a summer jacket, and I'm going to use the that I'm just going to then put beading and sequins over the top of. I know it sounds hideous, but trust me, if you know that collection they did where they just beaded straight onto netting jackets and netting coats, it was absolutely amazing. Well, I want to do something like that. It's just really elegant and really time consuming, but incredible small details on like the whole piece, so it's in this epic scale. So that's my plans for that. But yeah, the other half I will use in this dress. I mean, if I added the pink, that would look cute, but I just like the two broderie anglaise greens with the cotton voile. I mean, if I made it a layer cake dress, like I cut off a little bit of each of them and turned it into a layer cake dress, that would be amazing too. I just love pink and green together. I mean, obviously, I already have a lot of pink and green dresses, but I think I could happily wear pink and green like all the time. But I say that about one color, the combination. Then I say the exact same thing about another color combination, though. So I don't know, they're just so happy. I just think they're beautiful. And if I had a dress out of these, I would do that thing where, you hold both sides of the dresses and you just sort of swing them because it's just such a pretty dress. Yeah, I do that all the time. I just think, yeah. But those three are very grown up. Oh, and this is me experimenting with other things. I think I'm definitely going to like snip a bit off each of the fabrics and make just a really, really epic layer cake dress out of all these, because they just look so beautiful together. And if you use like a dozen different fabrics, you end up not actually needing that much fabric of each one, because accumulation of all of them, it ends up being a lot of fabric. So let's get on to the fat quarters. Here we go. It was just, what it's like at a sale. They just put out the ones that, they'll have 5 of this left, 1 of this left, 2 of something else left. So I've sorted them into, each line is a different style. So the first lane was tulips. This one is flowers, and this is other flowers. So those 3 are one type of floral print. That's a very cute vintage one. These ones are more sort of for a kid's something. And then I like that green one. It reminds me of, that Japanese origami paper, folding paper. And then I only had 1 of this one. Isn't it cute? I wish I'd been able to get more of that. And that one, I think I got a couple of those like last time there was a sale. I found, and I just found 1 extra, so I got that one as well. And then they're like when you press flowers between books and it leaves like a shadow stain? I think it's supposed to be like that. And I just got them in all, I guess they're ugly colors, aren't they? Ugly colors that I don't normally get, because obviously you can tell I normally get the really pretty ones, but I don't know. I'm like, if you put this back to next to that other tropical fabric that I got, most of them actually match. I'll take a couple of them out that don't match. And like, I'm not saying I will, but if that's the kind of thing that you like, then I think you could cut these up and mix them together and make a really beautiful dress out of this. So you'd have like a layer of the tropical and then a layer of patchwork of all the, fat quarters cut in half and then sewn back together again. I think that would look pretty amazing. I might take out the beige one, but yeah, that would look really amazing. I'm not going to do it. I'm not mature enough to wear a dress like that. I prefer the party, I prefer the epic looking ones in the pretty colours. Anyway, so now I'm going to mix these into colour groups because I prefer everything in colour groups. I just, there's so much disharmony in the world. I like being able to group things in a harmonious way. It gives me a sense of control. So I'm definitely loving the pink and the greens together, but we'll do the other ones first. So these ones, when I did the film 13 going on 30, in her mum's kitchen, everything is blue and yellow. So I'm definitely going to make a maxi dress out of all these different blue and yellow ones because I think they're gorgeous. But, and that one, the aqua and mauve, just reminds me of Sully from Monsters Inc. So I'm going to make a Sully dress. And so these are the ones I was thinking of using for the reminded me of the kitchen from 13 going on 30. And then, yeah, I'm just thinking of adding, or maybe that random one, I could use that for the back of the bodice. But I think, I don't know, I can't decide whether I like that the tulip one at the back that I just bought, because I got like 10 of those. There was 10 of them and I was like, oh, I like this, it's really nice. So I guess technically I could make the 10 aqua and yellow tulip fat quarters up into a dress by themselves. It would be like a knee-length vintage dress, just under the knee vintage dress. That would be nice. Or I could mix them with other things. I'm not sure. I like all of these sort of pairings. I do like it with the yellow. So I'm undecided. There's a few good choices, but I'm undecided. This one, however, I'm pretty sure I like these two together. I think they look pretty. The kitchen in the movie is more yellow than with just a few blue highlights, but I bought that Liberty of London fabric because it's got it's got flowers and leaves, but it's also got tiny little strawberries in there, and I absolutely love it. So these are sort of ones that reminded me of all the fabrics I have. Those ones were like, oh yeah, they're kind of like the kitchen, but these two together, the Liberty print with the, ooh, those three look amazing together. I like it when I use different size florals together, the big yellow flowers mixed with the tiny details of the blue one with the strawberries, as well as this one that sort of is a mix of both. And I like that it has the green in there as well. And that's definitely a possibility. They look really nice together. And then the yellow ones, actually, I think the yellow ones would look good with the ones I just showed you. So we'll put them aside. So next, as I said, Monsters Inc. I love the big fluffy monster in that, Sullivan. And so, actually, I'll take that one out. So I'll probably mix these together. I don't know, that one's cute. I love these tiny ditzy flower prints. And that's the tulip one. I don't think it looks as good I think the aqua and yellow version of the tulip one looks the best, but I still like it, so I got them. So I'll mix these together so you can give you an idea of what it would look like if I did a layer cake dress with those ones. And I think that's cute. It's not knock your socks off adorable, but it's cute. Well, we'll see. I've got some other like scraps, and I thought I'd do patchwork panels in there as well with all my leftovers. So next, let's play with the pink and green ones. These are my favorites. So I worked it out. So each stack is a yard of fabric. So that's 4.5 yards. This is what it would look like. And I love it, well, obviously brighter. But yeah, it's a good amount of fabric. That's for sure. And if I added another 2 yards of a pink fabric in there, that would be amazing. Apologies if you can hear the people working out on the street with a leaf blower or something. I've waited as long as I could, but they're still at it. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so these are the different ones. The first 2 lots were dots, and then these ones are different flowers. And yeah, unfortunately I only got one of this one. Isn't it cute? I really like that one. And I wish I'd gotten more, but I'm just sort of showing you the contrast between the two. And then I remember that I actually have that yellow one in green, and I was like, oh, yes, they will look good next to each other. So these are the various ones, and I think some of them I have 2, some of them I have 1. I love that one. And this is that ditzy one. So yes, I'm a sharp one. So yeah, unfortunately, as I said, you just sort of get what you can. And I don't know, I think they'll still work really well together. And I like that there's some mint greens and some brighter greens in there as well. And then these ones, I think I was able to get 2 of these. They're little lambs. And I don't know, they're kissing or something, or butting noses, and they're so cute. Yeah, unfortunately I only got 2 of these, but they're just the most adorable, weird, quirky. I think they're supposed to some vintage reprint or something, and this one is either bunnies or kittens, or a combination of bunnies and kittens. What are those ears? They're halfway between a kitten and a bunny. I'm really not sure. Anyway, I could only get one of that, but it's both hilarious and adorable, so I was like, yeah, that's gone in. So yes, and as I said, I've got the other pink ones. I don't think I'll use the embroidery on glaze, but I think they look adorable together, so I've just mixed them together so you can sort of see what they look like. And I mean, you could add deeper colours in there if you wanted to make it look more grown up, but yeah, whatever. I don't have a problem wearing beautiful, like, colourful clothes at all. I'm such a serious person. Nothing ever really looks frivolous on me. Even if, like, you see it on the rack and it looks frivolous, when I put it on, I just have this weight and nothing ever looks like it. It looks fine on me. It looks like I should be wearing it. You know how some people wear things and, like, oh, the clothes are wearing you. It's not a situation of that. Anyway, I think the pink and green look adorable together, and now I try them with various other fabrics because, you know, if I do it half patchwork and half regular fabric, this is a vintage one it's got little black rose hips in there. I've washed it but not ironed it, so that's why it's all wrinkly. This one, it's a better combination, but I don't know, it kind of sort of looks like something you might buy in a store. Like, it's a bit average, I don't know, or expected maybe. I don't know. It's still, you could still get pretty creative with the way you mix your prints. This looks adorable, but it's a Liberty of London print. I kind of want the Liberty of London prints to be the focus when I use them, because they're that much more than any other cotton that you buy. I like this one. It's growing on me. Those ones, I like that too. I don't know, they'd all just be different. We'll see. Ooh, I remembered I had that tiny half-yard piece in multicolours. These would look amazing together, wouldn't they? With my Valentino handbag. Yes, that combination is officially adorable. And yeah, so cute. I love that combination. I love it. So anyway, moving on. And then I decided that if I have that colourful one in there, then it kind of makes the pink and white one okay. But I don't know. I think I'll just the 2 yards of each of the Liberty plus the half yard of the cotton voile in different colours. I think that would be really nice. And then, yeah, so the pink and green one, I think I'll just do the lighter colour pink and greens, not the sort of verging into the purpley and the darker greens. It would be interesting, but it's not, I don't know. I would be more likely to wear it if it was just the pastel colours. And this one, it's sort of a indigo, inky blue. I'll get it out again in a second, but I got the olive green and the forest green. They go really well with this one, and then I add the inky one in there as well. Oh, I tried the two greens with that other vintage one with pink in it. I don't think it goes. I like these dark ones and the inky blue ones as well. I think they'd be really beautiful together. Unusual, but beautiful. It brings out the depth of the flowers in the vintage one. Anyway, it is time to update you on the progress of my amazing jacket, which I just keep adding beads to. It's kind of, when you do something and you shouldn't be doing it, and I just keep adding weight to it, and it's just the tiniest amounts of weight at the time because you're just putting on a few beads with each thing, and then you're securing them, and then you're going on to the next one. So it's very time consuming. And so this is how many of these red beads I had. A bag that eats a pound or half a kilogram, 500 grams. And as you can see, I've only got maybe a quarter of them left. I did not think I would use this many beads. So I've got some on the back, I've got some on the left front and some on the right front. And I've got some on the one of the shoulders as well, the right shoulder. So I'll put it up on the mannequin and show you. Here we go. So I don't think I've showed you in a big video. If you see my shorts, you'll see that I did it on one side and now I'm doing it on the second side. And yeah, it takes forever. But what I love about this is it looks like a wild, overgrown garden. Like when it was just the flowers, I don't know, it kind of looked a little bit pretty and artificial, but now it looks like an overgrown garden that you haven't done any weeding for like 2 or 3 weeks. And I absolutely love that. You know how the flowers get really big and heavy and they sort of sink over when you've got the typical English garden with the flower beds, and by the end of the summer everything's just big and fully blown, and they just, because of the weight of the flowers, they just sort of hang over onto the grass and everything's a chaotic, colourful mess. Yeah, that's kind of the look that I'm going for. And plus it's just really fun. And it's weird, those beads look very red because they're red glass beads with a coating, this sort of oil slick metallic fine coating, and you really can't see it when you just look at the beads. They definitely look red, but when they're in the jacket you can definitely see the oil slick goldness of the tiny amount of metallic sheen on them. It's amazing, and I really like it. I mean, obviously I have to even it out, and I will work on that. I also want to put more of those thin spiny looking bugle beads in there. I think that's amazing, just around the neckline sort of. So instead of having to wear any jewellery, you just put the jacket on and you're ready to go. Anyway, and yeah, I still have to film all the jackets for the other unbeaded jackets episode. Lots to do. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you liked looking at my fat quarters, and yes, lots of more patchwork dresses in the future. And I don't know when I'll ever finish this jacket. I've got so many seed beads. I'm like, ooh, can I use all the hot pink ones as well as the red ones? We shall see. Anyway, thanks again for watching and happy sewing.